Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I would like to talk about Season 3 on what the second dev team should do to make the game better. Okay, the initial launch of Season 3 was not enough, not enough nerfs, with buffs on strong characters, not enough system changes, and multiple crazy bugs. Even though it is patched, it has been patched a couple days ago, but still, they should test that, right? But this is my opinion on what they should do to make the game better. First of all, they need to remove hit regenerations on all characters that have it, like Kazuya, Law, Lars. I'll show you a couple of characters here in the screen where they have hit regenerations. One of the example is Lee, right? Lee has a hit regeneration in his kit. So if I hit any of his just frame, it will regenerate hit. There you go. Regenerate hit, right? And this is not hard for Lee. It is not very hard. So, and other characters are more easy, like Kazuya with the Hellsweep, Law with the nunchucks, right? So they need to remove it completely. Not nerf, remove it. Okay, that's the number one. Number two is no more than one strong aerial tailspin, right? If you don't know what strong aerial tailspin is, it's the animation when you do a certain move. It's this one. There you go. They spin long. They spin in the air very long, so you can do more moves, right? Every character has this, and right now you can do 2, 3 in a combo, right? So I would like to see that they limit it to only one. If I do more than one, it will fly. It will really fly, like the one right now when you do 3 strong aerial tailspins, right? But reduce the number of strong aerial tailspin, so you can only do one. That's number two. Number three is maybe not allowing for a hit burst bound, right? So it will make combos shorter, because combo right now is very long. They did nerf hit dash combos, so it has become a regular combo, but the regular combo is still very long, right? So with the addition of reducing strong aerial tailspin to only one, and maybe not allowing to hit burst bound, the combo will not be as long, right? So you cannot do this anymore. There you go. You cannot do that anymore. Maybe that's another solution to reduce the combo length. And then that's number three. Number four is, I think they should remove wall spike combos. So there's a lot of characters that can wall spike combo. Example is Lee here, and then Ling Xiaoyu has one as well. The Bears, Kuma and Panda, and then Devil Jin has one. Leo has one, right? They should remove all wall spike combos because they have too much combo damage at the wall. So they should remove it. So if you don't know, I'll show you here a wall spike combo for Lee. Let's go to the wall. There you go. So they got stunned in the ground very long enough, so you can get an extra hit combo, right? They should remove that. So the combo does not go along as well, because wall spike combo is very long, right? You have to watch the animation. And second of all, it reduces the combo damage. That's number 4. Now number 5 is, I think all low hit smash should be -15, because it is ridiculous that a low hit smash right now is generally -14, right? So Lee here right now, if the low hit smash is blocked, is -14. You cannot launch it, right? And low hit smash are very strong, very powerful. You can break a wall, you can take a wall bounce, wall break, balcony break with these low hit smashes, right? So I think -15 will be very, very good for the health of the game. So make it so that, for example, Lee's hit smash -15 in standing, leave in standing, so the opponent can do their 15 frame punish, launch punish, right? That's number 5. Now number 6 is Wallsplat hit smash. They remove it in the initial Season 3 patch, right? But those characters, except for some reason Jin, their hit smash, if it's with the first hit, it will still Wallsplat, which is very weird. Me personally, I don't think it's very strong. However, they should just remove it, so the properties is the same as Jin. So no wall-splitting hit smash. Even if it's like whiff, right? The first hit. So they should just generalize that one. Make it so that it is universal, right? That's the other thing. Now, when they do these changes that I list, maybe then we can change the health back to 180, right? Because 200, if they implement the other changes that I just listed and they keep the health 200, it will make so that every match will live in a timeout, right? So change back to 180 for the health and then do the other changes as well, right? They are in tandem. If you do all of the other changes that I listed, you change the health to 180, right? That's the more universal changes that I would like to see in the future. And now I will just pick a couple of characters that I want them to be nerfed, because when the first patch drops, there are a couple of characters that got nerfed, which is very good, like Clive, Anna, Claudio, Brian, Asuka. They got nerfed, very nerfed, which is very good because they are like top 5, right? Like the meta of the season 2 patch, right? But now I would like them to nerf other characters because they didn't nerf other characters, or even they buffed it, right? Like Law, Victor, Lee, Leo, King, right? Characters like that. So I would like to talk about those characters. I'll probably like pick 5. So first of all, I'll just pick Lee here. So Lee in season 3, they gave him forward 2-1 in Hitman stance, and this move covers the sidestep right duck weakness of Hitman stance from Lee, right? So before season 3, the counterplay to Hitman stance is that, for example, if you block 1+2, right? What you would do is you sidestep right and then duck, because the options from Lee is very steppable. You can step 2 if you sidestep right, and if you sidestep duck, you will block Hitman 4, right? And you will duck Hitman 3, right? Because it's a high. But now with this Hitman forward 2-1, right? It will track the opponent. So I would like them to remove that, right? Because it covers Lee's weakness, and we don't like that, right? Covering characters' weakness. We would want characters who have weakness, so they have identity, right? So that's the first thing. Second of all, they changed the hit attack in season 3. So before he has down forward 3+4 and then down 1+2, right? Before down forward 3+4 is a homing 0 neutral on block, and down 1+2 is like +6 or +4. I don't quite remember. Right now it's +4, maybe +6 in season 2. I don't remember. But mostly people use down forward 3+4 because it's homing, and down 1+2 is not homing and doesn't really have any tracking at all, right? So people usually use down 1+2 if the opponent is back in the wall. So down forward 3+4 in season 3 now is +2, right? Look at that, it's +2. There you go, +2, right? So it's +2 into Lee's mix-up, right? He can do the low, he can poke, right? And near the wall, because it's +2, he can do the jab string, the counter hit jab string, right? At the wall, you get Wallsplat and into 1 billion damage, right? But they removed the homing property, so now it only tracks to the left, right? It only tracks to one side. See? Side step left, it tracks to side left, right? But now they buffed down 1+2. Now if you do down 1+2, it will track to the right. See? It used to be not tracking at all, not tracking. But now it has tracking. When you're near the wall, you can use this. You can use this, right? Right now, you can use it in the neutral now, because it tracks to one side. So for me personally, I would want to nerf this move. Both of these, right? Both of these. I want this move to return to 0 again, neutral, and go back to down 1+2 into not tracking. Not tracking. Right? That will be better, because even though down 1+2 has tracking to the right, you can also do his hit smash that tracks to the right. Right? And this hit move doesn't really take that much hit, right? So for example here, if I do his hit engager and I spam this, okay, I can do 4 times. 4 times of down 1 plus 2 and 3 times of down forward 3 plus 4. And if you do down 1 plus 2 3 times, you can just do a hit smash, right? See, you can do that. Mid into hit smash alone, which is crazy in my opinion. So I would like them to nerf down 4 3 plus 4 back to 0, down 1 plus 2 back into no tracking at all, and then make them cost more hit, right? Cost more hit. And then I would like to reduce the tracking for back T3 because right now it has too much tracking. It's like homing basically, right? It has homing. It's homing basically. I would like them to reduce the tracking on it. And that's basically it for Lee. I don't think the transition from slide into Hitman is all that crazy, so that's probably the nerf I would like to nerf Lee. Beside, of course, the hit regeneration and the Wallsplat combo, because that's a system changes like across all characters. So that's the specific ones. Next is King, right? King is one of the winners of Season 3 patch. He got buffed and no nerfs at all, basically. Only like a little bit of tracking for down for 2, but it's nothing much. So for King, I would like them to remove Jaguar sprint mix from wall combo, right? From 3 to 2 string. This string. I would like them to remove the transition into Jaguar sprint. So you cannot do the wall combo mix, right? I can demonstrate like this, right? There you go. You can mix up after wall combo, which is absurd in my opinion. Why are you more rewarded after hitting a big damage wall combo, right? So I think they should remove it completely. Right? And then I would like them to remove the homing throws for Giant Swing and Shining Wizard, right? They should remove the homing property in hit, same as Armor King. So I would like them to remove that, the homing property. Because it is very unfair that King, who has already great homing moves, right? 4-4 is great. 4-4-1 is very great homing moves, right? And then in hit you gave him a homing throw, right? Homing throw. It is very unfair. See? They gave it as well to Tijuana Twister, I think. Yeah, so remove all homing properties on throws in hit for King and Armor King. And then, in my opinion, down for 2 is very spammable. So I think it should be at least -9 on block. Because right now it's -6, right? True that you lose your momentum, but -6 still you can do a lot, right? You can do a lot with -6. You can do crouch jab. You can do everything, right? You can do muscle buster. So if it's like -9, you lose a lot, right? You lose your momentum a lot. -9, you cannot do anything, and you have to block. I think that's pretty good. Or maybe this is a hot take. Make it down for 2 a high. I know it's a very hot take, but if it's a high, you can actually just duck, right? You can duck punish with what's Of course, you can also throw like down for 2-1. Just rip it, and you will get launched with the 1, right? You will get launched by the 1. But if it's high, it will be less egregious. But hey, that's a hot take, you know, a hot take. And then I would like them to remove or reduce the tracking of the hit smash, because right now the tracking in this hit smash is very generous. You have to like predict the hit smash, and you have to side walk. It is very crazy, the tracking properties of this move. So I would like them to reduce the tracking, okay? Because it has a huge range, right? It has a huge range. From here, I think it will hit. See? And it's one of the most damaging hit smash in the game. So Please reduce the tracking on this. And of course, revert the season 3 buffs on him. Remove like they change this move? No, this move. Why? Why is this -5? It was fine -9 in season 2. So why did I buff this? Right? So just revert it back, man. Revert it back. We don't need these buffs for King, especially a strong character, right? That's all for King for now, in my opinion. Now, the best character in season 3, the winner, top winner of season 3 patch notes is Law, right? Martial Law. He is very strong in this patch because he barely got nerfed and he got buffed, right? Because of the DSS 1 or DSS 4.1 and DSS Power 3 change, right? When in Blue Spark it became safe again with huge pushback, and now you can link it with counter hit 4 while setting 4, right? There you go. Right? Before you cannot do that in season 2. So they buffed Law. So and they gave him one of the best new move in season 3, which is up back 1+2. This 16 frame, very fast, high homing, and +1, bro. +1. And Law has a G-clef, right? Only -12. Insane. Counter hit into launch in hit and Wallsplat, right? And Wallsplat. See? Insane. Insane that they give a character that has a G-clef, launching G-clef, no less, a +1 high homing fast move, right? Insane. And you can do it in crouch as well, because it is a up input, right? Close up input. So for Law, I will like them to nerf the G-clef first of all. Make it so that it did not launch. It will not launch. Like G-clef for Lars, like for Brian, like for Dragunov, right? They do not launch. They do Wallsplat, but they did not launch, right? And the only character that can launch from a 10 frame hit counter hit is Law with his G-clef, right? Right? You can launch it. So remove that. Make it so that you can only get a guaranteed hit, like any G-clef, right? And then they should nerf the new move, right? Make it so that maybe it's slower and not S plus, maybe like -6, -5, -6, I think. No, -7, because this is a 16 frame, right? 16 frame. So I would want them to make it -6 or -7, so it will not loop into itself. Right? If it's like -6, you can do twice of this, and maybe it will like trade with a jab. But if it's -7, you will get interrupted, right? You will get counter hit with a jab. So -7 at least. It is still good, right? Because it is Wallsplat. See? Wallsplat. So either make it slower or not S plus, right? And then I would like them to remove the SS for counter hit launch. So if you don't know, in I think season 2, they give this DSS a new CH property, right? If you are not fast enough, you can only get a guaranteed hit. But if you're fast enough, you can get a launch, right? You have to be fast though. You have to be fast. There you go. Right? You have to be fast, but still, the existence of this is a problem. If you watch like Gosen plays, he will get this. He will get the launch, right? So just remove it. Make it so that you can only do one hit, right? Right? Just that is enough. You don't need it to be a launch, right? Even though it is a little bit hard, but it's not that hard, you know? It's not that hard. $92 damage. 92 damage from a counter hit low, right? So remove that shit. Remove that. And then I would like them to nerf the 1+2, especially in hit. Right now it's -8, right? it tracks to the right, I think a little bit to the right, and it launch, right? It launch on normal hit. So I would like them to keep it the same other than the frames. I think it has to be at least -10, right? On normal hit, on not in hit, it is -13, right? It's -13 and you need counter hit to launch, right? But in hit, it gives the ground flip, Okizeme, and the normal hit launcher. However, make it so that it is at least -10, right? Because the buff to this move in hit is very, very strong and a lot. So I think in hit it should be at least -10. So you get a jab punish if they spam it way too much, right? And then I would like them to reduce the slide tracking, because right now the slide, Shaheen and Law, their slide have crazy tracking. So I would like them to reduce the tracking on slide. And then this is not likely, but I would like them to return the DSS execution to what it is in Tekken 7, because right now it's very easy to hit the DSS, right? It is very easy. So the counter hit 4 that I showed you earlier into the blue spark fourth one is very easy. It's very easy in this game. But back in Tekken 7, DSS in itself is very hard. You know, like regular combos with Law in Tekken 7 is very hard. If you want to use this one, right, as your ender. But in this game, it's very easy. You just have to press forward, right, and you have just timing a little bit to get the blue spark. There you go. I got it, right? It is very easy. In Tekken 7, it's very hard. There you go. I got it again. I got it again. I got it again. So I would like them to revert the execution to Tekken 7, but I don't think so, because their philosophy is to dumb down every fucking character in this game. So maybe remove the counter hit link that they did in season 3. It is very cool though that it rewards execution, but the execution itself is very easy in this game. So I'm torn. Maybe reduce the damage. I don't know. Either reduce the damage, remove it completely, or return the execution. That's the option for me. But you have to nerf it, right? You have to nerf it. That's for Law. Fourth character is Heihachi. As you know, I main this character, and he didn't get that much nerf, and he got a pretty good new move, right? I think it's pretty good nerf. And for me, to make it Heihachi more balanced, to nerf him, right? In season 3, they didn't touch his Warrior Instinct at all, right? So, my opinion, they should nerf the Hellsweep Warrior Instinct, right? Because right now, in Warrior Instinct, Heihachi, his Hellsweep will go through if you block it, right? If you block it. Because regular Hellsweep, if you block it, you can launch it very easily, because it's very minus, right? Minus 23, easy. But in Warrior Instinct, cannot punish it, right? Because it goes through. See? Minus 10 because I did the low, but the Xiaoyu blocked the low, the initial low. See? If I do the first hit only is minus 14, but if I do the mid or the low after that, I will be very safe. See? See? Minus 3. And Xiaoyu cannot do anything with it, about this. So, to nerf this move, I think they should make the Hellsweep stagger, but it will be minus 13 or 14, right? I think make it similar to this. Let me see. Here we go, minus 14. Make it so that the frame data is the same as the single Hellsweep when it's blocked. So, it will stagger, right? But it's minus 14. So, the Heihachi cannot spam this move in Warrior Instinct, right? Because you can just spam this. You can just spam this in Warrior Instinct because it goes through. The opponent cannot punish it, right? Unless they do a low parry. Other than that, they just have to sit back, you know? So if you make it minus 14, make it stagger by minus 14, some characters can launch, some other characters can just do a bigger punish rather than no punish at all, right? So that's my take on the Hellsweep, how to nerf it. And then, in my opinion, in Warrior Instinct, the chip removal, right? They should remove it. So if you see the health bar for Xiaoyu, she turned blue, right? Like, see, she turned blue. That means she will not gain any chip in a combo. So every hit Heihachi does is a true damage, right? I think they should remove this mechanic completely. Why? Because Heihachi in Warrior Instinct has move that deletes the gray bar anyway, the chip damage bar, right? So for example, if you have chip damage, so I'll show you. So for example, Xiaoyu has half, like 100 chip damage, right? If Heihachi does his running 1+2 or 1 back to 1+2, this one, see, it removes, right? So if I do a combo here, see, it's gone, right? It's gone already. So why would you give a character that can delete the gray bar anyway the mechanic of true damage in his Warrior Instinct, like his normal hit, right? Why? It defeats the purpose, in my opinion. So I think they should remove that mechanic completely and make it so that Heihachi players need to make a decision if they want more damage. For example, in wall combo, if they want to do this wall combo, or they want to remove the gray bar with 1 back to 1+2 or 1 running 1+2, right? Heihachi players should make the decision of either more damage or removing chip, and it gives more agency to the player, right? That's my opinion. And then, not in Warrior Instinct, but Heihachi's hit, I feel like the extension, 1+2 extension in hit, should consume more hit, like that one, or down 3 1+2. I think they should consume a little bit more heat, because if I did hit engager here, I can spare. Look at this. I can just spam that, right? And that's a homing move, a mid homing move, right? And with the heat, I can now have a +2 advantage, right? So I think it should consume more hit. It should consume more hit, in my opinion. Other than that, I think Heihachi will be fine. Next up will be Victor. Now, Victor got one of the best move in season 3, which is up back to charge, right? Can you charge it? And it covers his weak side. So you have to sidestep the other way to counter this move, right? So it's very, very strong. And it transitions into his stance, right? Into Perfumer. So, to nerf this character, I think they should make the new move sidestepable to both sides. Make it the same, maybe make it a little bit slower, but I think this move should be sidesteppable to both sides, so it is more fair, right? Because right now it's a very strong move. On charge, gives a, there we go, a hit, follow-up hit, and if counter hits on charge, it will give a combo, right? So it's very, very strong. So make it a little bit slower and sidestepable to both sides, either way, right? And then make it so that the wall combo, which is a complaint that has been voiced out since I think season 1, right? This wall combo, right? So let me show you here. For example, and then you wake up into Iai stance, right? He can do down 2, he can do the low, right? And then he can do poke with the 4, and then do this, right? And now he can do that as well. So I think they should nerf, especially the down 2 in normal and in hit. They should not do that much chip damage, and they should not deal that much damage as well, right? especially in hit. Oh my god, the damage is crazy. 46 damage. Insane. Insane. So reduce the damage, reduce the plus frame, and reduce the chip damage. And then just revert the buffs in season 3 that he got. Like I think he got this one, Iai 1, make it more safe, right? They make it more safe, and then the 4 as well, they make it more safe. Revert that shit. Revert it. He doesn't need those buffs, right? Just revert them and make changes based on the list that I just told you, right? And I think after those nerfs, mostly Victor will be fine. Maybe nerf the tracking on his warrunning, right? Maybe nerf the tracking on those. And this one, right? Maybe nerf the tracking on those, and I think he will be fine, mostly fine. You can tune him maybe later more, but in my opinion, first of all, they just need to remove this, right? They need to make these changes. So that's 5 characters that I want to see nerfed in the next patch. They said they're gonna make balance changes in 301, right? In late spring. We don't know when that will come. I hope soon. And of course, I would also like to see other characters to get nerfed, right? Preferably all characters get nerfed, especially the other winners that I didn't show you here, like June, like Leo, especially Leo, like Lydia, right? They should nerf those characters instead of giving them buffs. So yeah, guys, that's all for today. Let me know in the comments on what nerfs that you want to see in the upcoming patches. We hope they actually listen to us and make those changes. Voice your concerns in the feedback portal, in the Discord feedback portal, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.